Boom! What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is a beautiful day. I hope you guys are having an absolutely awesome day. Today we'll be talking about the top 5 mods to do to your Scion TC, specifically the Scion TC 2.5, which is the years 2012 through 2016. Mine is a 2014. However, pretty much I think everything will go for any year, and this isn't just to the TC, this is to any car, but specifically the TCs. But first, we gotta get this car out of the garage. So, ready? Boom. Just like that, the TC is now pulled out of the garage and is ready to go. Upgrades to your car are some of the best ways to change the performance, change the look, change the value, and just change the overall car itself, and they're absolutely awesome to do. A lot of people never really liked the TC because at first it wasn't the coolest and the best car out there, and I'll admit it, it is not. However, the car has a bunch of absolutely awesome potential. It is a great, very reliable, very affordable, and it is a very fun car to drive. I absolutely love this car, and that's one of the reasons I absolutely can't bring myself to get rid of it to get something else. But through what I've done, I've changed the entire car to a whole new level. And today we're pretty much going to be talking about what I've done and what I recommend, specifically the top 5 mods or upgrades to do to the TC. Starting with number 1. The list is lowering springs / coilovers. Coilovers are a much safer, much better advanced way to go, except they do cost a lot more, but the benefits are you have adjustable ride height, adjustable ride suspension, they're a lot more reliable, they're a lot stronger, and they're much safer to use. Plus, I ultimately also think they look better. But overall, whether it's lowering springs or coilovers, the reason it's number 1 on my list is by lowering the car, you give it such an aggressive, mean, slick, sporty look to a car. That's why that car, the coilovers, are so amazing. Some of the other benefits to coilovers is you can adjust the ride height. So say it's too high and you want to bring it down about 2 inches or even just a few centimeters. Easy to do, takes about 20 minutes. Say it's too rough or you got rubbing or something, you can lift it or change just kind of the comfort level. That is some of the very, very big benefits you get from coilovers. That's why I always recommend having them. I mean, just look at that. It really helps with the ride quality and the aerodynamic performance aspect of the car. Second thing on the list is exhaust. I think this is probably the first thing most people do. This is the first thing I did, and I wish I actually did coilovers first, then exhaust. Exhaust, though, is probably the single best way you can change the performance of the car as well as the look, depending on how it's done. I'll explain more on that in a second. For performance reasons, you could get a high flow, high performance exhaust, which will both change the sound to make it sound way louder, way more aggressive, meaner, and just overall so much better than stock. The other benefit to that is you could also change the look. For example, my car, as I have said many times, is a single exit on the left, and it was not very cool, very small, and kind of, in my opinion, dumpy looking. The other benefit is because my entire exhaust is custom made with with my shop. I here now have not just the single left exit, I have dual or quad exit, dual exit exhaust. So that is absolutely awesome. It changes the look so much from what the car originally looked like. It did not look good with the single exit on the left. This also changed the sound by way more, and I did the entire exhaust for $600 with my shop. And that to me is a huge benefit. You could change this entire look and sound, the performance simply. This, again, like I said, this TC I think is the only one in the world with a quad exit exhaust. And you too could do something very cool and unique like that yourself. It's that simple. But since we're on the topic of exhaust, guys, let's start it up. Get a few revs, get a good idea of how it sounds and why exhausts are so amazing to the performance and to the overall ambiance of a car. So with that being said, let's get a start. And by the way, the engine, because I pulled it out, is warm. Car's already been warmed up, so don't worry. I'm not revving on a cold engine. Also, I know it's not a cold start. I know you guys like that, but unfortunately I didn't get one today. Sorry. But with that being said, let's get an exhaust clip. This car sounds absolutely menacing to how it originally sounded. I mean, it sounded good, but not even like that. And that's why I love exhaust. It changes the entire ambiance and performance of a car very, very easily in a very fun, simple way. But now we're moving on to item 3 on our list, and this is probably not something you guys would expect. However, for me, it is one of the top things to do because it really does change the entire, again, ambiance of the car. Number 3 on the list is interior upgrades. Now we're sitting here inside my car where we're going to go over the interior upgrades. To start off, I'm not specifically talking about just one upgrade. I've ultimately put the interior upgrades section into a big combined group. However, it is very simple. You could do it yourself very easily. I did my entire thing for $30 or $50. You could do it however you want to do it, but this is again one of my top upgrades because it changes the entire ambiance of the car to a beautiful, awesome level. But to start off for item 3, interior upgrades, we're going to start off with my sub item number 1, which is steering wheel cover / wrap. I bought this at Amazon, and I think it was $11.93, and it is this awesome. The other side is leather, this side is the Alcantara side. It is full real aesthetic products. Is absolutely awesome. Again, $11.97. It took 3 days to get here with Amazon Prime, and it looks awesome. You do have to install it yourself unless you have someone else do it, preferably someone who knows how to sew, because you do sew the interior edge here. It took me about 30 minutes to install, and now I have a really nice high quality suede or Alcantara, whatever you want to call it, steering wheel that really changes the performance, the look, and just the aestheticness of the car. The second thing, subsection, is carbon fiber parts. You could either do real custom carbon fiber parts unless they are made OEM for your car. Mine don't have any, so these are actually custom wrapped by me. I spent $13 on wrap, did the work myself, and it changes the entire look of the car. I mean, it looks so much higher end, so much meaner, so much cooler with the carbon fiber wrap. And it look, I mean, just look at that. It just changes everything. And I put it pretty much on as many panels as I could. There's more I could without having to really tear apart the car. But it looks absolutely awesome. I mean, it makes the car look to a whole new level. Before it just kind of looked basic and simple. And I'll post a little picture kind of in this corner if I can figure out how, of what stock looks like. But this is what the new upgraded look is, and it takes it to a whole new level. Ultimately, that's kind of the big things I've done to the car, is the wrap, the carbon fiber kind of accent pieces, the trim. Now, for those people who are spending wanting or willing to spend a little bit more money, one of the biggest things, and I think the coolest and my favorite thing I've done to the interior, are the floor mats. As you guys can see here, quickly step out to give a better shot. I have custom made interior floor mats made out of leather, hand stitched with red. Absolutely awesome. They are high quality, real leather, padded for nice comfort, soft, but this really cool upgraded luxurious look. This makes the car look so much more luxurious than originally started with. I definitely highly recommend it. I absolutely love the fact that I did that, and would never change my mind. I mean, it changed the look and the feeling of the interior of the car so much. Now, second on the list is body upgrades. You'll see what I mean by that in here in a second. Body upgrades are something I also split into a subcategory because it's not just one specific thing you're doing, it's the overall aestheticness of the pieces you're installing. For me, I'm going to do it in order of what I thought was the best, starting with this bill, lip, spoiler thing, whatever you want to call it. I've heard different names. This really changed the look of the car. I mean, it made it look so much more aggressive, so much meaner, way better. I mean, it just was amazing. And this was, I think, $78, and it took 3 days to arrive. Again, thank you, Amazon, you're awesome. But this is just an absolutely awesome thing to do. The other thing coming up here is the front splitter. Was absolutely awesome. Really changed the look of the car, give it such an aggressive, mean look to the car, and just really sported up the look and the intensity of the car. And that's one thing I absolutely love about it. Moving on to, I think, the fifth and final thing we're on to, sorry, I just got my notes on my phone, is cold air intake engine upgrades. So with that being said, we gotta pop the hood, so give me a second to do that. Also, I really quickly want to touch on when I was talking about the lowering springs earlier. One of the other really awesome upgrades that is kind of a little bonus is wheel spacers. That really helped with me for the fitment, wider wheelbase. Engine upgrades are some of the best ways to really change the performance of the car. It doesn't really do anything for looks, but it definitely does stuff for sound, for performance, and overall aestheticness to the car. Starting off with the specific one I was going to talk about is cold air intake / intakes itself. This is my cold air intake. It's the cold air cone directly fed straight into the original piping. I did not need to get the like aluminum pipe in here because I didn't. It's not going to benefit me in any way because it links up right here to the original one, which is going to feed just the same. So I was like, perfect. This is the main big difference. And in addition to this, I was getting a little bit of heat soak issues. So I fed in this metal pipe from the front. So it's, as I drive, it pushes in air in through the tube and blows it straight onto the cold air intake cone, and that really helps the performance. I mean, I noticed a huge difference before and after I did that. The other thing that you can do is cold air intake cone covers and wraps and stuff like that that really help keep it clean and pure and colder air. Now, one of the other things, and this is something I do want to quickly touch on, two engine things actually. Both are I am doing to my car, but I'm just working on, and thank you to coronavirus for stopping the first one I want to talk about. But so actually the first one is headers. I am working, or was, I still am, but everything's taking much longer. But I'm working on getting high performance, high flow race cat headers 4-to-1. Really awesome. This is probably the single best way to change engine performance with at an affordable level that's easy to do. Second thing is engine tuning. I am saving up to get a ECU tuner, which is luckily able to go straight through the OBD2, goes straight to the computer. It actually reprograms the computer on a safe level. I have a technician who will be able to help me do this, who knows and safely knows how to tune a computer on a car. That will be easy. It takes about an hour to just a little bit, depends on what you're doing. The tuner itself is about $700 to $1,000. I'm probably gonna get the $900 version, which allows me to adjust it myself using my computer or tablet, depending on what I choose. So with that being said though, guys, that is pretty much everything you need to know, and the top 5 upgrades for the car, along with a few bonus ones there for you. But that is the first thing I recommend doing to your car, or those are the first things I recommend doing to your car. Those are why. And just like that, the video is now collectively over. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. It was a blast, as always, to make. Be sure to stay tuned because we have a bunch more coming out, a bunch of awesome content coming to you guys. But that being said, please do, if you haven't already, like and subscribe. Every like and subscriber helps. I will see you guys next time, and have an absolutely awesome, beautiful day.